This Daf Yomi Yerushalmi in the article Ozva other edition. We are mamish at the top of Mem Tesam Ralph. Yosef Shem Rabbi Yochanan. In the Vilna, that is the second line after the Mishnah and Halacha Gimel on page Yud Zayin Rabbeis. Rabbi Yosef Shem Rabbi Yochanan. And there's our learning today should be a schus for the soldiers and Yoshua Eretz Yisrael in general, and Klal Yisrael in general, and this a Sarah Yaakov. Rabbi Yasser b'shem Rabbi Yochanan. Yossi said Shem Rabbi Yochanan. Batzos Akro, and on which you uprooted, and you took up Trumas and Maisos. B'shlas, and then you replanted it. And you came with Yisrael. Once it becomes dark, in other words, it becomes green. Fully dark green, so whatever's there from last year is batel. We don't count it, and therefore it might according to the entire volume of the onion. Rabbi Chia bar Abba Shem Rabbi Yochanan. Chia Abba said name Rabbi Yochanan. Batel she'akra b'shatzlo, the onion which you uprooted and replanted became a shehishrish. Even once it takes root. It already gets, it puts panim chadashos. It has evidently a new, the Kavanagh says, as a new saraf chadash, a new moisture. It's more than a new vital. Let's go new vitality. So that's so therefore the entire it's meiser everything from last year's batal. You might the whole thing. So it's two ten amorim named Rabbi Yochanan. You're seeing Rabbi Chia bar Abba. Different opinions as to what Rabbi Yochanan says. The next line is changed by the Kavanagh and also the Chidush Radah, the bottom of the Vilna Gemara. So it should say She'akram B'Shvi'is. Not it shouldn't say V'Loshani Ben She'akram B'Shvi'is V'Shaslam L'Tzoy Shvi'is Ben She'akram B'Shvi'is. Rather, it should say She'akram B'Shvi'is V'Shaslam L'Tzoy Shvi'is. Okay, the onions themselves that they grew during Shemitah, and then and since you pluck them, even though they're young, they got Kedusha Shvi'is, and then you replanted them during the 8th year. Rabbi Zira Amar Mekem Shariba Alav Achadash Mutter. Once you have more of the new growth, it's mutter, meaning it loses the status of Peirush Shvi'is. I believe Rabbi Yami Tavar Amir also it never loses its status of Peirush Shvi'is. There's no Bitul Barov in this case. The Kedusha cannot be Batel. It's interesting. Kedusha, the Kedusha Shvi'is remains. It's not Batel Barov. It remains in the core, I guess we would say, of this vegetable. Now it says Gemara, Masisa Pliga Rabbi Ami. Our Mishnah, the Mishnah, I think it's our Mishnah. No, the Brisa. The Brisa, which you're about to see, argues on Rabbi Lo and Rabbi Ami. The Tanya. And this is the Brisa. Zakla Rabbi Shimon Rabbi Yeshua. So the principle which Rabbi Shimon said, name Rabbi Yeshua. Shimon was a Talmud of Rabbi Akiva. So therefore, it doesn't say he said it. Rabbi Shimon, Rabbi Yeshua. But rather, it will skip the generation. So it's Mishum Rabbi Yeshua. Anytime it's probably two. Anytime it's not a direct quote, it says Mishum. It's called the Vasheish Matir. Anything which eventually can become mutter. Kagon Tevel, such as untithed produce, Meiser Sheni Bekdesh, B'Chadash, and Meiser Sheni, which can be, and Sheni Hekdesh, which you can redeem, and Chadash, new grain, which is mutter after the Korban Omer, Lona, or after the second day Pesach, Lona Sucha Chamim B'Hem Shir. Chamim did not allow Betel with these substances. The famous halach of Davar Sheish Matir. Ela min b'mino b'choshu. So if it's a min b'mino, right? Even if you have one fruit of chadash and 1,000 fruit, which are that's chadash. One fruit of ma'aser sheni and 1,000 fruits of non-ma'aser sheni, it's not bought at all. V'shelo b'mino, but if it's not b'mino, and and you don't, since you can't tell its taste, that would have to be that it's not apple b'ain, because that'd be. But whatever. So then, then it's both no same time. Anything which cannot become mutter, if you go truma. So truma, although one can be technically be soil on truma, one can be matir neder. It's not done. Not done. Preferably it's frowned upon. Uchumas meiser, the same thing. B'chala, v'orla, v'kili akarem, kilayim from the vineyard. Aschalim b'im shir, min b'mino. The chami gave a shir, min b'mino. In Truma Chala, it's 1 out of 100. Orla Kilakem is 1 in 200. Other Yisurim are Barov. The Shlomino is the Tam, and the Shlomino is the Tam, which normally say is 1 in 60. So Amrulo, they said to him, to I guess, should be to them, no, Rabbi Ela and Rabbi Ami, Rabbi Lo and Rabbi Ami. Who's the Amrulo? Well, let's see. Farei Shevi'is, what about Shemitah? She'ein la matirin. It doesn't become mutter. Shevi'is never falls off. Either Kedusha Shevi'is or Svichim. They remain also forever. V'lonas chachamim b'shir. Yeah, we saw before that Rabbi Ela and Rabbi Ami both say it's also that the Kedusha Shevi'is is not batel. So why not? It's not. It's a davar she'ein l'matirin. She batel barov. Amar lehem. I guess that we have somebody a name which is missing here. Maybe it's Rabbi Zira. Okay, so that I guess it's Rabbi Zira. So Rabbi Ela and Rabbi Ami both said to Rabbi Zira that Shemitah doesn't have is davar she'ein lo matirin, and yet Chachamim said it's not, but it's not batel. So this brisa seems to indicate opposite. Amar lahem, I'm not sure still because Rabbi Zira argues on them. But anyway, Amar lahem, he said to them that lo imamartim b'shvi'is she'ein oseres kol shehu ella bebiur. The Shevi'is is different. The Shevi'is, which got mixed up before biur, before the time biur has sheish material. You can eat it b'kedusha Shevi'is, or it can be mafkir at the time of biur. And so Shevi'is, so Eno says koshu ela bebiur. I'm not sure the exact years in the Gemara here. Let me just check here. So whatever is same years basically Gemara. So whatever is Shevi'is, no matter what. Again, it must be Rabbi Zila Shitas saying this. He says that listen, whatever is before biur and has is a yeshul material. So that's not batel, masking. But if we're talking about something which has to do with bachila, which is a little bit difficult, but it means an isra achila, which is permanent, which is one of two things: either the Shevi'is after the zman biur, you didn't do the biur, or sfichim, which are Shevi'is, which are also but no same time. They're no same time because they're davar she'ein matirin. Okay, so now Rabbi Ela and Rabbi Yami. Rabbi Ela is also called Rabbi Hila. Rabbi Ela is also called Rabbi La, and he is also called Rabbi Hila here in one of the gears of the Gemara. So Ma'avdin Rabbi Ela of Rabbi Yami. What are they going to do with this? Pachila be'eruvin. So they why they say it's not batel? This Kedusha Shevi'is is not is the davar she'ein matirin. So why it should be batel? So they wanted to say, but when things get mixed up, when they're separate from the ground, then a davar she'ein matirin becomes mutter, bebitul b'roiv. When it's growing, chaymeru, it's more severe. In other words, which is interesting, lomdus. There's no bittul on growth. Even though by kilayim, there's the parameters, how much has to grow, but here it's different. There's no, at least Chomer Mar Machmer, it's not considered a tarovis. A tarovis is things which are mixed together. They were separate and they're mixed. And they got mixed. Here they were never separate. So you can't say it got mixed together and it's bata barov. So it's never got mixed together, it grew together. So therefore, there's no bittul. Adam Rabbi Zira Shem Rabbi Yonason. There's a here saying Rabbi Yonason. Batzor Shekila Kerem. Here. Okay. Batzor Shekila Kerem. Onions of Kila Kerem. She'akro b'shaslo, which you uprooted and planted again. I feel hosif kama asur. Even if you added, even if it grew much larger, it doesn't matter. It's also Shengile Isser Malin Isser Engidule Isser Malin Isser. That which grows, it's really Gidule Heter, but whatever the Gidule. How is it called Gidule Isser? I don't know. The Gidule Isser are not Malin Isser. It's really the Gidule Heter are not Malin Isser, but the point is the Gidulim on top of an Isser don't uproot the are not mavato. So this evidently is midrabanan and midaraisa. I mean, it sounds like it could be a daraisa here. So let's not make any conclusions here yet. Let's go further first. Maslita pli Rabbi Zira. Okay, now we have Brayz which argues on Rabbi Zira, who said that there is bittul in growth. The Tinatamon, we learned over there, Gidule Truma, Gidulim, that which grows out of Truma, you planted Truma. And even if it's something where the seed gets rotted and then there's new growth, are Truma. The Gidulim, that which grows from the growth, that is chulin. So this isn't be the Rabbanan, because you might take what the truma which you were supposed to give to go in and keep it, stockpile it, and plant it in order to be mavatal its din truma. So you can't do, or you don't do it. We made a decree. Whatever grows from truma is truma, but not the third generation. We didn't go that far. Avol tevel meiser rishon, but tevel, you plant tevel, stabajin meiser, or plant meiser rishon. Usfichim Shevi'is, even you planted sfichim from Shemitah, utrumas chutz la'aretz, and you planted truma from chutz la'aretz. Chacham were not so concerned about that. V'amaduma, truma and chulin mixed together. V'abikurim, even though it has the status of truma, again, Chacham were not so concerned about bikurim. Giduleim chulin, the growth is chulin. Even the first growth. Tiny law, we learn concerning this. Ma'amed v'arim morim, as it's true, but davish shazaro kola. When the thing where the seed becomes rots in the ground and a new thing sprouts out. But something where the seed does not get rotted, such as the onion, even the gidulin are asur, even the third generation. That's not like Rabbi Zira said it is bata. Marvel Rabbi Zira. What does Rabbi Zira do with this? Patla bikdusha Shevi'is bebior. He's going to say that in terms of the Isser Sfichim, it's takabata. That which it's not, it says here it's Asur, is when it is a Davar Sheish Matirin, because it hasn't yet been, it's before the time of Biur. So part of the Kedusha Shevi'is of Biur, there's no, the Gidulim are not Mabata. Aval Achila, but it's Isser Achila either after the Zman Biur or Sfichim, which does not Davar Sheish Matirin, Davar Sheish Matirin, then Taka Mutter, then there would be no Isser on the Gidulim because it would be Bata. So he puts the Bryce in Okimta in order to make it work out according to his Shita. Here's how we paskin. But the Shulchan is not the B'Shminis. This is from the Pasuk Shulchan. Rabbi Giluv al Ikar. Helu Giluv as Ikar Vutarko. Okay? Here an interesting Pasuk Shulchan adds a svara. Os hoil shvis isoy de karka kach de losay de karka. Okay, so since it's a nice moment. Since it's comes through the ground, it's also butter when it's in the ground, and that evidently is the svara of Rabbi Zira. And I think that brings us to Daf Nun. Yeah, the third line. And so we'll stop here for today.